sidelined. We got the same goals. We got the same brothers. We got the same souls. What's it gonna be? I got money on me. All dogs.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the free?
It's always fun to look around and see fans singing the star-spangled banner. Here in the school. It'll be a good one tonight. Don't go away. It's the afternoon game here on this Tuesday. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at Memphis. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Timberwolves, 7 games back.
And I think for the Timberwolves, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. Frank, it's going to be a battle of the boards tonight. You know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
No doubt about it. Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, Brian Grant, a lot of guys that earn their living wearing that hard hat.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Evan Booker out there with Fox. Then it's Turner. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Johnson. Hill's out there with Evan Fournier. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Pakusevsky in at the porcelain. Now here's Mills. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
On the mid-range area, Fournier, very, very gifted. As a pure shooter, he's as good as we have in the league.
Here's Fox. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. Booker the pass to Oubre. No good on the three. Minnesota with the ball. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And that can drive guys absolutely crazy. I mean, they know they're better free throw shooters than that, but just did not get it done from the line.
Now Mills. And for Kelly Oubre, that's from long range. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. About a minute played so far here in the first. Fox feeling it out a bit. Booker outside. From deep. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Really sweet passing from Fox. He's a reliable floor general and has great vision on the court.
Pass to Johnson. Fades. Fournier's shot is off.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, when Kuzma plays with that kind of tenacity, he's going to make defenders foul. He's a real force in this league.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Mills finds Allen. Here's Pakusevsky. This is it to Johnson. And here's Fournier, defended by Booker. 8 away. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Memphis has gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Back to Fox. Kuzma outside. 6 on the shot clock. No good from Booker. The Timberwolves have gone 1-3 from the field to start this one so far. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Johnson. Here's Allen. First shot, first pass. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Outside, Fox. On the wing, Booker from past the arc. Here's Turner, and he uses the glass on the wing.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner? I mean, he's a wrecking ball on the glass on both ends of the floor. Just doesn't give up on plays.
Now, here's Mills. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Fournier goes in. The rebound by Turner.
I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Kuzma, that's good.
Taking on everybody, all comers. Kuzma's very aggressive, and he's used to getting hit on the way up. Plays well through contact.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Back to Mills. Pass to Fournier. Here's Pokusevski. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Now, here's Oubre. Following the miss by Evan Fournier. To the right side. Here's Fox. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 5. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And here's Mills from the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
Turner with the screen for Fox. Going inside. Oh, what a play!
And how about just floating to the rim on that side?
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Grizzlies making the shot.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies.
Well, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Following Kyle Kuzma's 3. Allen up top. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backcourt. And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find it.
And you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid he only played 1 year in college. He's shown you that he can defend at a high level. And he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Grant, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Ogden. But also guys like Sean Marion. You can go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Tim Burks, Buck Champ, Derek Jones, and up and coming in Christian Wood.
Good news. Fox passes to Booker. In the corner, it's Oubre from downtown. Buries the long-range jumper.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And the pass to Fournier on the wing. Johnson. Right outside. High post Allen. Pass to Pokusevski. Oh, deep. It's rebounded by Memphis. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Booker takes to Oubre. Booker in the corner. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
Passes it to Fournier. Dishes it to Johnson. Back to Fournier. The feed to Allen. Shoots over Turner. That shot, no good. And it's Memphis the other way. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
And here's Johnson following Kyle Kuzma's 3. Booker against Fournier. Here's Johnson. And nothing is falling for him right now. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Kuzma with a screen on Fournier. for three. Booker. Allen with the rebound. Minnesota's going 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. It's Fournier on the wing. Inside. And then Allen slams it in.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Bol, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Oubre. Here's Fox. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Anthony on the wing. Over O'Neal. Anthony with the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 7. And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
O'Neal with it. Now Anthony defending. Booker with it. He picked up 33 points in their last one against Utah.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Bol, outside Turner. Moves back up. Rebound, Minnesota.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Right outside. Outside Bogdanovich. Cantor sets the pick for Bogdanovich. Just 4 to shoot.
And, stretching out for that one, Bogdanovich showing a little elevation for a guy who typically stays close to the ground.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And here in January, a few teams starting to solidify their spots in the power rankings. Others, not so much. You look at the Timberwolves. They've hit a little bit of a skid here, playing right around the league average now.
And checking out the Grizzlies, they've started the way we expected. Aggressive, relentless, just imposing their will upon lesser teams.
Here's Bol. Turner trying to free himself up. Bol, that's good.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Cantor, the pass to Bogdanovich. Knocked away.
And, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Feeds it to Turner. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist in this one.
For Turner, I think it's all about staying aggressive. When he does that, he's capable of converting over tough defense.
And here's Fournier. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over. And he likes to get in a rhythm early, max triple.
Booker in the corner. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
It hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Pass to Fournier. Back to right. The pass to O'Neal. Now Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 5. Off target from outside.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. They're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now Bogdanovich. Over Bol.
And you watch Bol on the defensive end, Boy, he's got a lot of potential, especially as he adds strength to that frame.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for them. And we'll be right back after this. Joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Memphis.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving into the hoop with authority and force.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Minnesota, Bill's out there with Wright. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Bogdanovich into the 4 spot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot violation.
Looking at the Timberwolves, let's see where they rank in the NBA statistics right now.
And you look at their incredible three-point percentage. I mean, it's not just about their accuracy, but their execution using screens and creating those open looks. That's been key.
Jared Allen's checked in for O'Neal. Allen against Anthony. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's guarded closely.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg. Everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Anthony kicks to Williams. Over Allen. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Mills can't hit. Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They are 4 for 9 for 3 Ellington. And another miss by Memphis. And George Mills will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Kanter. No good on that one. Anthony with the defensive effort. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Here he goes. Roll. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Right, looking around. Outside, Bogdanovich. Cracks in the tray. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now this quarter.
Bogdanovich is a versatile scorer, a threat from all over the court.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Williams gets the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Count that one.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping his eye peeled and open for the open man.
Now here's Williams. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. He dishes it to Ball. Williams trying to break free. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you. Here's Allen, following the score by Memphis. Right inside. Ellington defending. Tries again. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Stolen by Bamba. Here is Ellington. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Mills passes to Allen. On the wing, Johnson. Ellington defending. Shot is good, and the Memphis leads cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Johnson.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Williams with the ball. Pass to Anthony. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Bamba. He kicks it to Ellington. Outside Williams. There's the dish to Anthony. On the wing, Ellington. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in the groove from the opening tip.
Going with the new group. So a moment now to see the story for Patty Mills.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Oubre against Bogdanovich. Second chance shot, and it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defensive Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
Take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Hey guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Grizzlies on defense. 6-point game.
You know, he started off shooting it pretty well, but here in the second, he has started to falter.
And here's Booker from the arc. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
I'm not sure why he keeps trying his luck with deep here. It's just not his night.
Fades back. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Fox kicks to Booker. Outside, Fox. Oubre finds Booker. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit it at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Now, here's Fox. Clock at 4. Into the lane. And it's Fox with the jam.
Fox never afraid to take it right at the defense on the drive. Excellent display of speed there.
Timberwolves trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Mills with it. He's against Turner. Offensive rebound. Allen, that's good.
Just no grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And here is Fox. Oubre dishes to Turner. Fox kicks to Booker. Here's Kuzma. Misses the 3.
It's close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. That one goes. Counted. Now just a 4-point Grizzly lead.
The size and the focus, that's the big thing to finish it over the defense. Bogdanovich showing exactly what he can do.
Oubre, no one around him. A 3 off the mark.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Johnson will pass to Allen. Back to Johnson. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, I always think about the first-year players' clock when it's this early in the season. There must be a lot going on in a rookie's head during the first few NBA games they play.
Hey, Kevin, no doubt about it. I think back to my rookie days long years ago, man, and I was so excited, thrilled to be living a dream. But the games come, the traveling, the practices, the game plans. Yeah, it feels like you're drinking out of a fire hose sometimes.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. O'Neal's checked in for Bogdanovich, and Fournier subbed in for Patty Miller. Back to Fournier. Yep, that one goes in there.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They lead by 4. Booker outside. Takes the 3. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 5th assist in this one.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 16-point game against San Antonio. Fournier. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
It's his first trip to the line.
76% at the strike for him thus far this season.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
Now here's Booker. 8 points for him. And he drives in, and the dunk by Booker.
Excellent footwork there. Booker, so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Johnson kicks to O'Neal. Fournier against Booker. Here's Pokusevski. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now, Booker. Outside Turner. Back to Booker. Passes to Kuzma. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Oubre inside the three-point line. With 1 on the clock, and it's Turner finishing it off.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
Pass to Fournier. Back to Johnson. Here's Pokusevski. Guarded by Fox. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
Some changes for Minnesota. Ennis Kent is checked in for Jared Allen. And it's Wright in for Johnson. Here's Oubre. Draws contact on the shot. And now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Now, here's O'Neal. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to find Canner. Gets it to him. Now, here's Fournier. Right outside. Just 5 to shoot. A 3-pointer off the mark. Fox passes to Booker. 1:16 left now here in the second. Turner finds Booker. Timberwolves trail by 11. O'Neal with it. Cantor with a screen on Oubre. O'Neal passes to Wright.
You know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Wright against Fox. And against the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, I like the way Fox uses his wiry frame there. I mean, even when he's getting knocked around and jostled about, he maintains control and still gets the job done.
The free throw off from Fox.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Outside Fournier for the three. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Oubre. And the layup's good off the glass. Oubre's got 8 points.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
And that does it for the first half of play. Grizzlies out in front, up by 15. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Carmelo, what was the area of emphasis for your team during the first half?
Well, we're going on both ends of the court. We're bumping down on the defensive end. We're sharing the ball offensively, making good plays. You know, challenging every possession counts. You know, we're doing that the first half.
I know you want to keep it going in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And the greatest bench scorer in NBA history. They're getting better with age.
Yeah, I like that.
NBA history. He's a walking bucket. Defender know what's coming. Still can't stop it. Microwave Benny Johnson. Slick Watts. But he's top of top.
I never heard of those
Jamal
players.
Crawford.
Never heard of those players. But this man is also reaching. He's a master operator, man.
Yeah, he is.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nice game, great performance by Evan Fournier.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed them down.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Kelly Oubre out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Turner in at the center filling out the middle. Now here's Johnson. Devin Booker missing his last shot. High post Allen. Wound up here for Allen.
Oh, you look at Mills and the kind of passer he is now setting up his teammates, indicative of the kind of work he put into his passing game.
And Mills in the NBA for over a decade now, GA, but he still has incredible speed. It's key to his game.
And Kevin, with Mills, that end-to-end speed doesn't get shown off too often. In the half court, though, he does a great job of creating looks for himself. Accelerates off the screens, can still leave a defender in the dust when he turns it on.
Akusevsky, the pass to Mills. little over a minute gone here in the second half.
Love to see Turner getting after it on defense, just throwing himself at the shooter and making him think twice about the release.
And here is Fox. He's got 8. Driving.
Mercy, mercy me.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Jeff, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And so here's Memphis, following the bucket by the Timberwolves, and it's Fox with the jam.
And he's got it going down. When he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. High post Allen. Back to Mills. Screen by Allen.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now, here's Fox. Kuzma. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Fournier's shot is off, and the Grizzlies leading by 16. Fox kicks to Booker. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooters.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Minnesota. Shot clock at 6. Fox goes in, and it's Fox with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
On the wing, Booker. He's got 10. Misses the wing check. Timberwolves trail by 18. Here's the pass to Johnson. Here's Fournier. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Back to Fox. Kuzma outside. Turner with a screen on Johnson. Kuzma kicks to Oubre. Turner trying to free himself up. No good with the triple. And it's Mills with the ball for Minnesota. And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Knocked loose. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. You look at Mills, 2nd in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 15, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Does a nice job at capitalizing in the screen and roll. I mean, Turner's IQ and size. Tough to contain when he's rolling to the basket.
Here's Mills. Fournier for three. Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson, how his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 13 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And the intelligence. Love watching Booker operate in these situations. His decision-making has really improved over the years.
Dennis Cantor's checked in for Minnesota. Your son, Cole Gray, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number one. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Some changes for Memphis.
And now we get a chance to see how the Grizzlies are doing in the NBA rankings right now.
And also, I love their work on the boards. I mean, they put multiple bodies in the paint. Truly a team effort, and that's why they're the best in the league.
Bogdanovich looking around. Outside Fournier.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Outside Williams, kicks it to Carmelo. Back to Williams. Memphis moving it around. Ellington with it. Hands are covered. 6 to shoot. Williams against Fournier. Basket good. Williams has got 6.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Here's Fournier following the score by Lou Williams.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
Poke loose. Here's Wright. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Cantor trying to free himself up. Outside Fournier. That's the Cantor. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
Although Fournier is known primarily for his shooting, he's a team player who also looks to distribute to his teammates.
Williams passes to Bamba. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. Now here's Fournier. He's got 11. Cantor in the corner. Shoots the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Now Williams, after Ennis Cantor's 3-pointer that didn't go. Williams passes to Bull. Count it. Bull's got 10.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Fournier dishes to O'Neal. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Left side, Fournier. Nice shot from the wing. 13 points in the game.
Nice to see Fournier get involved on offense. He can do a lot of damage to the defense in a lot of different ways.
Bamba setting the pick for Williams. Pass to Ellington. Fires the three. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Minnesota's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Launches a three. O'Neal misses.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Right outside. Driving inside. And finished off by Wright.
This has always been a strength for Wright, attacking downhill off the dribble.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
And a 6'5" combo guard who uses his size well. Wright is pretty consistent across all areas.
And, you know, Greg, I watched him in college, and what I liked about him most, and I think other people kind of sleep on this guy is really excellent in terms of his feel for the game. I mean, he's got a control and poise about him that's contagious. Good instincts. I like his decision-making in transition. I just think he's an effective, efficient player.
Anthony's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Wright kicks to Bogdanovich. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Stolen by O'Neal. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's the three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Bowles got his 4th rebound in this one.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Here is Ellington. He has 6. Outside Williams. Dishes to Bowles. Jacks up a three. Williams' shot is off. The Timberwolves shooting poorly, just 35% so far. The pass to Cannon. Outside Fournier. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I like to see Fournier drawing contact on his shots. I mean, he's a crafty player who gives defenses a lot of problems.
And he's good on the second. We've got 1:18 left in the third. Williams looking over the floor. He kicks to Bamba. Some nice passing there by Memphis. A shot by Williams, no good. And so it's Minnesota with it. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Three-pointers right on target. O'Neal's got 6.
Nice floor awareness that time from Wright. Spots the gap and then finds the open man.
Williams passes to Anthony. Outside Williams. Out left to the wing. Here's Bamba. They get it back. Ball kicks to Bamba. Trains the three-pointer.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And here's Fournier. After Mohamed Bamba was able to get the triple.
Boy, the deceptively long reach of Fournier, he really extends his release going into the defense off the drive.
The Timberwolves shoot their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Second free throw, no good. But Grizzlies shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Three-pointer Ellington. Minnesota with the rebound. Al Fournier. For three. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
You know, with excellent lateral quickness for his size, Bamba's a quality defender.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays, night in and night out.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They got Wright. He's out there with Mills. Johnson is out there with Jared Allen. And it's Pa Kusevsky in at the four slot. So that's the Timberwolves spot. Now here's Mills. And that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That's his third foul of the game. The feed now to Johnson. Back to Allen. Mills in the corner. Screen by Allen. Shot clock at 3. Ellington grabs the miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Now, Wright, following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams.
Well, I appreciate how competitive Wright is. Likes taking it inside and doing his work there.
And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Anthony nowhere around. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Pick works well there. Not
I don't know what you mean, man.
From the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tough.
I mean the computer shooting, the user shooting, what? I have it on whatever superstar default is.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Wright has a lot of ways to score the basketball at the rim. He's a creative finisher, whether it's a scoop shot, a reverse, or a floater. His toolkit is full and tight.
Now here's Williams. Kicks to Ellington. Pass to Bamba. Outside Williams. Bamba setting the pick for Williams. No good that time.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Mills can't hit.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Now, here's Bull. And it's sent back by Allen. Mills looking it over. Passes it to Wright. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. We know the All-Star game now he has a two backcourt, three frontcourt position as opposed to two guards, two forwards, and center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you can make a strong case for that. When you go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler.
I'm sure they do, but I just use whatever the default is.
The fans vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards.
Are they mess with any of that stuff?
The fans want to see the most play a certain position than so.
Why do you think I should be making more shots? Or
you're still going to have your 7
I think it's pretty good right now. That's the way it is.
I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and that's what play.
Minnesota making a switch.
I'm actually thinking about moving up to Hall of Fame. Never played on Hall of Fame before. But depending on how the streak goes.
adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Here's Kuzma. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Pokusevski. Outside, Bogdanovich. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Allen's got some old school big man in him. He's got great hands and mobility and does a good job finishing above the rim.
And here's Fox to bring it up with the Grizzlies. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree, by all accounts, he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
Now, here's Fox. Booker with it. Fox passes to Turner. Over Allen. The shot by Turner, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. It's Allen, top of the key. Here's Pokusevski. Outside, Bogdanovich. Lays it up and banks it in.
There he's showing you he can run the show himself in that pick and roll. It's a nice play from Bogdanovich.
On the wing, Booker. Back to Fox. Shoots. Minnesota with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Mills dishes to Allen. Pass to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Pokusevski. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. Allen trying to break free. Bogdanovich, no luck. Memphis leading by 20. To end the drought, he falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And a fantastic finish. I just love seeing Fox work his way through contact. And
yeah, I think the settings are still on there that you can tweak it however you want.
For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the
I've always just used the default, whatever level I'm on.
And here is Johnson. Back to Mills.
Superstar has been challenging for me over the years to where I would lose a decent amount of games every year. But might be time for all things.
When a player commits their 6th+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines makes sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd and a 2nd, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
Evan Fournier is checked in for Bogdanovich. Right side Turner. 5 to shoot. Oubre kicks to Turner. Over Allen. The shot by Turner, no good. Timberwolves trail by 21. Outside Fournier. The rebound by Turner. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Kuzma. And another miss by Memphis. Minnesota's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Mills passes to Allen. Here's Pokusevski, guarded by Kuzma. Allen, a screen on Booker. Here's Fournier, and it goes down 2 points.
And it's hard to deal with Fournier if you're defending him. I mean, he makes good decisions.
Yeah, I'm excited for Madden 22 as well.
Shooting the ball. That makes him hard to guard.
Fox.
What system do you have right now?
Not his best
Can't hit
team,
nothing, right?
but they're still getting it done collectively.
Timberwolves trail by 19. Mills passes to Pokusevski. Allen kicks to Johnson. To the left wing. Here's Pokusevski. And it's off from three-point range. Kuzma finds Booker. Kuzma with a screen on Allen. Out to Kuzma. Fox passes to Kuzma. With 3, Booker connects from three-point range.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Pass to Pokusevski. Johnson outside. Back to Fournier. Pass to Pokusevski. It's Fournier on the wing. Over Booker. Fournier's shot is off. Memphis leading by 22. Fox kicks to Kuzma. Back to Fox. Booker outside. Kuzma with a spin on Fournier. That one falls.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Fournier. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agree?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Now Johnson. After Kelly Oubre missed from long range. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Memphis.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in terms of the season, Rick, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for De'Aaron Fox.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
That's a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Now here's Mannion. Johnson surveying the floor. Clock at 6. Memphis moving it around. Lasagna's shot is off. Shot from the wing. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
That's good from Cook. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The pass to Mannion. And there's the drive, and it's Mannion with the jam.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Mark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Say you want, now you say you want me, girl. Move, make up your mind.